Good evening. My name is Scott Fogel, the mayor of West Milton. Tonight, I'd like to welcome you to the West Milton Council meeting, January the 10th, 2017, at 7:30 p.m. If everybody could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for the invocation by Jason Tinnerman, council member. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and each day that we receive. We truly appreciate the many blessings in our lives. We ask that you are with us this evening, not only council members and leaders of the community, but the community itself, for proceedings that come before us and for recognition that we are honored to have. We ask that you help us remember to serve one another and work with one another. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you. Okay. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mayor Fogel?
Here.
Hurst?
Here.
Cobb? Here. Miller?
Here.
Rudy? Here. Dorman?
Here.
And Tinner?
Here.
Thank you. I believe we need a motion tonight to excuse a couple council members from our workshop in December. We could entertain a motion for that.
Who is missing?
It was
Anthony
Anthony
was.
and Sarah.
Okay. I'll make a motion to excuse Councilmember Miller and Kopp from the December workshop meeting.
Roll call, please.
Second.
Oh, sorry. Roll call now, please.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, you're fine. Hurst?
Here. Are you? Yes.
Cobb? Yes. Miller?
Abstain.
Abstain, me too. Okay, Grudich?
Yes.
Dorman?
Yes.
Tinnerman?
Yes.
And Mayor Fogel?
Yes. Boy, we're starting off 2017 great, aren't we? Okay. All right. Next on the agenda is the approval of minutes. We have council meeting minutes from December 13th, council meeting and council workshop minutes from December 27th, 2016. I'd like to entertain a motion for so minutes.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as written for both meetings.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Hurst?
Yes.
Cobb?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Grudich?
Yes.
Dorman?
Yes.
Tinnerman?
Yes.
And Mayor Fogel?
Yes. All right. Next on the agenda is the correspondence to council. Manager Klein, do we have any correspondence to council?
None for this evening, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. All right. Next on the agenda is the Community Pride Awards. We had 3 for the month of December. We only do the Community Pride Awards the summer months, which start in May and go through usually September, I believe. And then we also do them again in December because we have a lot of people that take a lot of pride in our community to dress up their homes for Christmas and for the holidays. So we had 3 Community Pride Award winners for the month of December. We have Deborah Eldridge at 207 Stonemont Court, Brandon and Aaron Coate from 43 North Williams Drive, and Deborah McFadden from 324 North J Street. So I'd like to thank them for what they did in decorating their property for the holidays. And if someone
Is Deborah Eldridge or Deborah McFadden here this evening?
Oh.
Okay. Mr. and Mrs. Code also had called in, said that they could not attend for this evening.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay, we will move on with the agenda. Any comments from citizens regarding tonight's legislation? We have 2 pieces of legislation on the agenda. CM 16-43, the ordinance to appropriate funds for 2017, which is the second reading, and CM 17-01, the resolution in recognition of Patterson's Flowers. Any comments from citizens regarding tonight's legislation? Okay, thank you. Seeing none, we'll move on to the ordinances and resolutions. Ms. Brosh, CM 16-43, ordinance to appropriate funds for 2017, second reading.
It's an ordinance to appropriate funds necessary for the various departments and offices of the Municipality of West Milton, Ohio for the year 2017.
Thank you. Manager Klein, any comments in reference to that ordinance?
It's for the 2017 budget, and it's always been our goal to not have any reappropriations, but that's always seems to be a joke. It is larger than normal. The reason being, I think everyone understands and knows, there are expenditures in there in anticipation for the development, which is coming along, and I'll update you a little briefly during my report.
Sounds great. Thank you. All right, I'd like to entertain a motion for CM 16-43.
I'll make a motion to accept it as written.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Hurst.
Yes.
Cott.
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
Grudich.
Yes.
Dorman.
Yes.
Tinnerman.
Yes.
And Mayor Fogel.
Yes. Okay, next on our agenda is CM 17-01, resolution in recognition of Patterson's Flowers. And we're going to read this a little bit differently than what we normally do. Ms. Brosh will not read this resolution. We will read this between Manager Klein and all of the council members sitting before you. So, Manager Klein?
Thank you. Law Director Brosh has always said that we always get to do the fun ones, and she's not very happy about it. I'm joking. Resolution CM 17-01. It's a resolution commending and thanking Patterson's Flowers and Bob and Charlotte Menker for 90 continuous years of serving the community of West Milton. Whereas Patterson Flowers has served the folks of West Milton for 90 years at their South Miami Street location.
And whereas the flower shop and greenhouse were built in 1926 by Robert Ewing Jennings and originally specialized in rock garden plants and landscaping around fish ponds and rock gardens.
And whereas Mr. Jennings sold the business to Harold Patterson in 1947,
And whereas Mr. Patterson struggled at first until a popular rural mail carrier had passed away for the funeral, Pat created a standing mailbox of flowers, which everyone loved, establishing his reputation and ensuring the business would succeed.
And whereas Mr. Patterson sold the business to Mr. Robert Bob Menker in 1975.
And whereas Bob Menker has been a part of Patterson's Flowers since 1962, taking his first and only job with the flower shop when he was still in junior high school and having worked there for 53 years.
And whereas an untold number of flowers and plants have been shared for Mother's Day, prom dances, funerals, and various other holidays and special occasions.
And whereas the earth itself laughs in flowers.
Now therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the Municipality of West Milton, Ohio, that Section 1, the Council of West Milton hereby recognizes, congratulates, and thanks Bob and Charlotte Menker and the Patterson Flowers for 90 years of continuous operations within the Municipality of West Milton. Section 2, this resolution shall take effect and be in full force after its adoption.
Thank you, Manager Klein. I'd just like to say a brief couple words. I know when I was in the military, I frequently had to call back to Patterson's to have flowers delivered to my mom for Mother's Day or birthdays, or there were deaths in the family when I was in the military and had to have things sent to the funeral home because I wasn't able to make it back. And everything was taken care of. There was no issues ever. The customer service is just exemplary. Every time that I've went in there since I moved back here in 2010, you're always greeted when you walk in the door. There's always plenty of different live plants and arrangements that you can look at and put together for whatever occasion you need. So I think the best thing is for Patterson's Flowers is they recently moved uptown in the village of West Milton and where all of our shops are at. And I think that's going to allow them to even thrive more than what they have at their location across from the Transfiguration Church. So I would like to thank Bob and Charlotte for all of your dedication to this community, and I'd like to show that by presenting you a plaque with the resolution, if you wouldn't mind coming up. I'll go on three. I'll get a couple of them. 1, 2, 3. Okay, hold on just 1 second. 1, 2, 3. One more. Okay.
Good.
Appreciate this very much, and we thank the community for its support over this many years of service, and hope to see you in a new shop downtown.
Come see us.
Okay. Next on the agenda is Manager Klein with
Thank you, Mayor,
Report.
Council, guests, and welcome all the guests for this evening. Just a few items. Just a development update real briefly, like we've always done. The TIF language and the pro forma they're being worked on. I've had conference calls all week, and it feels like it's been all week and it's only Tuesday, but I've had a series of them. We should be near completion now, probably, I'm going to say Friday, they say Thursday, so I'll back it up another day. As soon as I have those drafts, we'll be sending them to you electronically, and we'll be setting up a time. Those will be passed on, obviously, to the school, and we'll be setting up a time then to sit down with the school. They let me know that the PUCO should be giving final approval for us to be an aggregator. That should happen next week. And then AGE is now currently in the process of acquiring the data that they receive from the various utilities, that they'll put together an RFP and be setting out bids probably in 2 weeks' time. The RFPs will go out, and there'll be a period of time for them. And I'm hoping that we'll have some information by the workshop, but I'm not counting on it. But I should have a report to you by our February meeting. It's also my honor tonight to introduce you, to each of you tonight, to Mr. Doyle Wright. I will be administering the oath of office to Mr. Wright as our newest police officer this evening. Mr. Wright comes to us with nearly 30 years of professional experience, primarily 26 years with the Beaver Creek Police Department, where he retired as a captain. In the last 2 years, Mr. Wright has been the chief deputy for the Clark County Sheriff's Office, leading an organization of over 200 employees. I can say we are truly blessed to include someone of his experience, professionalism, and leadership to our community. And as a side note, I'd like to thank the voters of Clark County. Joe, come on up. Good, so we'll speak up a little bit. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, and state your name.
I, Doyle Wright,
Being duly sworn according to law,
being duly sworn according to law,
say that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
say that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Charter and codified ordinances of the Municipality of West Milton, Ohio,
the Charter and codified ordinances of the Municipality of West Milton, Ohio,
and that I will faithfully,
and that I will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
and impartially
impartially
discharge the duties as police officer of the Municipality of West Milton in Miami County, Ohio,
discharge the duties as a police officer of the Municipality of West Milton in Miami County, Ohio,
during my continuance in said office.
during my continuance in said office.
Congratulations and welcome aboard.
Thank you.
I'd like to invite his wife to come up. Usually we give that honor. If you could.
This is my wife, Laura Wright, and along with her, we have 3 beautiful children, and I have those with me tonight. Our son, Evan, who's 15, our daughter, Heather, who's 20, and currently in the police academy. And I have a daughter in the back who is 24, and her boyfriend is with her. This is Holly, Heather, Evan. I didn't tell you their names. And then along with them, I have my mother and father, my mom, Linda, and my father, Garland, and my aunt in the back, Cheryl. And then I have a whole host of other friends here as well.
Very good.
Well, thank you very much. And please stay for the rest of the meeting. We have a special video I'd like to share with everyone. So now I want to introduce you to all council. Meeting November. I have just one other piece of business. I was going to do it under new business, but if we're prepared, we can just do it right now, if that's okay. Oh.
I'm Sarah. And I'm Jessie. And welcome to West Milton. It's just a hometown atmosphere here. It's warm. Everyone that lives here is very friendly, very welcoming, and it's just a wonderful place to raise your children.
We're very welcoming. It's very warm. We had quite a few new teachers and students this year, and each one has said what a great place, that it's a very healthy place, and it's home. A lot of them have described it as being home.
Well, my kids came to school here. I played football and basketball here. I run into people daily that I've grown up with, so it truly was coming home for me.
This community is wonderful. It is a small community. The people are extremely supportive of their public services, more so than I've seen in a lot of other communities that I've visited.
They're very good. I don't know what's different about them versus fair waffles or anything like that. I've never had fair waffles, but these are very good. We've had people come from miles away.
I like that it's a small town community. Everybody knows everybody. People walk in and say hi. We have small town coffee clubs where clients come in and have coffee, and we talk about the markets and economic news and things like that.
I like the small town atmosphere. I know there's a lot of really good schools, really good parks, just a great place for families.
Community is also very unique as well. It's a small town family and everybody really cares about each other.
That is a new promotional video that I would like to thank the Miami County Vacation and Visitors Bureau for putting together for us. You may recognize certain voices that are on the video, and it was it was a team effort in putting it together, and an opportunity for all of Doyle's family and friends to see where he's going to be one of our police officers. So I thought it was a good opportunity to share that for this evening. And that ends my report for this evening, Mayor.
Okay, sounds great. We forgot to do one thing with the resolution in recognition of Patterson's Flowers. So I would like to entertain a motion for Resolution CM 17-01. Like I said, we're starting this year off great, so.
I can make a motion that we accept Resolution CM-17-01 as written.
I'll second that.
Roll call, please.
Hurst.
Yes.
Pop. Yes. Miller.
Yes.
Rudy. Yes. Dorman.
Yes.
Tinnerman.
Yes.
And Mayor Fogel.
Yes. Guess we got a little bit too excited with that. So. All right, next on the agenda is old business. Do we have any old business for this evening? All right, seeing none, any new business? New business tonight for the meeting. All right. Finally, any comments from citizens? There's a lot of people here, sure. Nobody has any comments? This is the most we've had in a long time. Okay. All right.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we go into executive session to consider the purchase of property for a public purpose.
I'll second that.
Roll call, please.
Hurst.
Yes.
Cop. Yes. Miller.
Yes.
Rudy. Yes. Dorman.
Yes.
Tinnerman.
Yes.
And Mayor Fogel.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to take a 10-minute break so people can introduce themselves. I'd like to introduce Doyle to all the council members and everything. I'm not anticipating any action afterwards,
No.
so we'll take about 10 minutes before we break into the executive session.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you.